Hi friends, good to see you. 2:06 on a Tuesday. So good to be with you all today for this silent period, which will begin in a couple of moments. For those of you who are here for the first time, I don't see you, but if you are, welcome. I'm David Ingber. I'm the rabbi of the Romemu community, together with the director of our remarkable yeshiva, Sarah Chandler, and today's host, a yeshiva member, yeshiva alum. Jason is going to be giving us some information about programs and other things that you will be nourished by. And so, hi, Jason.
Hi, Rabbi Ingber.
Good to
Welcome,
see you.
everyone. There's a new registration link for the November daily meditation sits that I'll put in the chat here, as well as a new November registration link for the Rabbi Ingber's Hasidic Masters class taking place just before the sit, Tuesday through Friday. And I'll also put the link for the ongoing yeshiva fall classes that you can still join. I want to just briefly highlight one of them, Rabbi Kohenet, Hebrew priestess, scholar, poet, visionary, Jill Hammer, has this 2020 translation and commentary of what is either our oldest or definitely one of our oldest mystical text genres, not including some of the early biblical mystical texts. As you know, Danny Matt, who spent 18-year project translating and annotating with notes, commentary, the Zohar, and he just immersed himself and has been teaching Zohar. And Rabbi Jill, I think in a very similar way, has been immersed in Sefer Yetzirah and the Book of Creation, teaching it for many years, and she just exudes the text. And as you study, you go into guided visualizations. It's a very experiential study, so I highly encourage it. Turn it over to Reb D. That'll all be in the chat.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Beautiful, Jason. You make me want to take the class again. Just studying from Jill is just it's just a treat, really. Somebody who's so immersed, as you said. She's kind of all in on Sefer Yetzirah, which is such an important text for understanding the fullness of the mystical tradition of Judaism. And not only that, in the way that Rabbi Hammer has translated the book, is also has created her own kind of system out of it with her own unique meditations and ways in that I've never seen before in any other place. So it's kind of amazing to have her amidst us in Romemu, and to give so freely of her wisdom and her scholarship and her neshama, her soul. In about 2 minutes, those of you already know, I think, who have been here, we're just going to I'm going to ring the bell and go into a period of silence that will last about 18 minutes. The 2 minutes between now and then, just to bring you into the energy of the week, this week's Parsha, the portion of the week taken from Genesis 23. Chaye Sarah, the life of Sarah, of course, which deals with not her life, but her death. And the purchase of a plot in Israel called Me'arat HaMachpelah, the cave of Machpelah. In the mystical tradition, Machpelah, from the word kefel, or kiflayim, means the cave of duality. In it, you'll find pairs of our ancestors, a patriarch and a matriarch, and a matriarch and a patriarch. And essentially, to walk into the cave of Machpelah is none other than to walk into our own lives in the ways that we create ground and foreground, this and that, here and there, above and below, all of the manner of creating from one to, which we'll be exploring a little bit today in our meditation. The first couple of minutes will be brief instructions before a longer period of silence. I'll come back at about the halfway point, about 9 minutes in, to share some pointing out instructions for today's deepening, I guess, of the mindfulness practice. So I invite you to sit up. If you're comfortable, uncurl your feet or unfold them. Be present as much as possible in this moment as you await the bell. So I invite you to begin this meditation with your eyes open. And moving from objects that are in your immediate visual field, noticing what happens when your eyes begin very gently to defocus, pulling your sense organs back from the objects of perception that your sense organs notice, what you hear, what you see, beginning to become aware of your body, noticing and shuttling between what you notice inside and what you see here outside. And at your own pace, inviting you to gently close your eyes. And showing up fully in this moment, not having to get to meditation. Meditation is already present. Ever so slightly bringing the chin in towards the chest and just feeling that a subtle movement can bring space and spaciousness. And bringing awareness now to the sensations. This great cloud, as it were, of sensation that is the body. Just noticing, gently directing attention to wherever sensation is arising. noticing back and shoulder. Noticing forehead and face, eyes. Sensations in the area we call the mouth or the throat. So just notice and direct attention. Hold in awareness in this appearance. Staying present with the body, continuing to notice what you notice when you direct awareness, and specifically directing attention to sensation. And just notice that we don't need to fight with our thoughts or keep them from arising. That could never happen. Totally softening and relaxing the mind to be present with awareness and attention to sensation, and if thought arises, notice. And then gently direct yourself back to the body. just for this moment, inviting you to notice with your eyes closed, if you can catch a glimpse of that sense that the one who is observing is on the inside, and all that is being heard by your ears, or that which you would see were your eyes open, is outside. We have this sense that we're inside and everything else is outside. And if you feel comfortable opening your eyes and keeping the gaze really wide, just notice that felt sense that this that we are, these sensations, these perceptions that we identify with are just arising in awareness. All the objects that our eyes behold are also arising in that same condition of consciousness. Spaciously allowing the boundary that is the artifice between inside and out to softly come down. Resting as that one condition of consciousness, all that arises and falls away before arising again. See if you can catch a glimpse of the one who hears, the one who sees, the one who knows, locating the inside feeling, which itself just arises against the vast spaciousness of consciousness. In our final 5 minutes together, I invite you to open your eyes or close them, or both, moving back and forth. Trying to find that boundary that is no boundary. In our final minute of practice, the last 45 seconds, gently opening your eyes to take in the objects in your immediate environment with a greater clarity. And just noticing that the condition in which they arise is no different than a thought or a fantasy or a feeling as it appears to us, as it were. So sweet. So sweet. Blessings to all of you. And blessings to you on a beautiful day. We'll see you here tomorrow, God willing, in the Romemu community for Minyan, maybe Hasidic Masters. I'll see you. Hope you have a beautiful day wherever you go. Compassion is your birthright. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Sarah. Asher kochachem. May your strength be enriched. Bring some love from the meditation somewhere in the world now. It might need it.